Okay, well, we might as well start here. Still a bear. I've always been, well, since about the middle of here, I've been a long-term bear. This was an ABC sequence up. Okay, this now looks like ABC to form 2. So 1, 2, and then 3 down. This retracement had, this is the bit that I said had a sort of spoof a little bit. We had an engulfing green off the bottom here, which took it up, but didn't make the high. I expected to break the lows, but it's also got me thinking about whether or not this is wave 3 in a 5-wave sequence down, or if it's just a 1, 2, 3 pattern. Either way, we're going to be breaking the lows. So 161.8% is lining up pretty well. So an either 1, 2, 3 or an ABC, whatever you want to call it. This is going to be the target area, 12,200. At the moment, she doesn't look like she's going to give up anything. I'd expect to slow down towards the lows. Weekly candle, as long as we don't get any big shockers from non-farm payroll tomorrow, weekly candle is going to be prime. We're going to get an engulfing red, I believe, and that's going to set the bias strongly to the downside. Also, look at this. We just clipped the 50. For those guys who are new to my sort of webinars, I look at the bias zones. Okay, so the bias is to the downside if she's under 50, to the upside if she's above 50. This is a DMI, which is directional movement indicator. I just use it as a view. It's a quick, I don't trade it. MACD is for the purpose it's there for, which is just to show us divergence. So this could be looking very bearish for this pair going into next week. Even putting inside fibs on here, I think she comes up a bit short at 123.46, but she's third wave or she's 1, 2, 3, so I'm still expecting a move down here. Okay. Next target to obviously on the break of the low. Next target to watch for 127.85. Any questions on euro dollar before we go look at some other currency pairs? I've sort of come in a bit cock-handed to this webinar today. I must apologise because I've been so engrossed in looking at this like a kid in a sweet shop, even after sort of years of trading and analysing. When somebody sort of throws something new to you, kids got bikes for Christmas. I got the MetaTrader 4 with the automatic program to signal these formations. So I've been sort of engrossed in that for the last 2 days. Okay, I'm going to put the cable up then, if there's no questions. The cable was a strange one. We had this very strong support here. 2 scenarios. I'm going back. I never ignore what this guy says, by the way. On here, so 1, 2, 3, and then down to this sort of level. The Prakash is basically saying you could get a butterfly buy on this euro dollar. I'm assuming this is what we're looking at. I'll put my fill on before I. And tell me if I'm wrong, Prakash. Come here. And it's staying inside as well. Is that what we're talking about? So that would be a butterfly buy signal. I don't think she breaks out to the upside. I think she takes out the lows at least. And I'll be careful of these fib levels. But this is a formation that Prakash is talking about. This is the butterfly buy signal, but she'll target this level first, okay, with this 128.24 region, before she pushes back up. So just take care. That's all I'm saying. I've seen this guy trade them. I've not seen many falter. Put it that way. And what Prakash always talks about as well is how they form. Okay, if they stay inside this wing, and these candles are looking pretty good for staying inside this wing, so it could well bounce up from there. But bearish until that point, okay, which is 128. If she breaks that point, then like I said, whatever the 116 was, 161, then look for its 127.59, which is pretty close as well. Now this pattern is not complete. As with most chart formations, you want to be aware of them, but while the bias is still to the downside, you still want to be trading to the downside. And then when she is complete, you obviously look for a reaction at that level. If she doesn't react at that level, then she can push through. And as with all formations, the butterfly pattern, like I said, I'm not an expert on this. I'm just trying to sort of share the knowledge. As with all other formations, you've got to wait for them to complete. If, and this is in the book that I've read, not what Prakash said. If this pushes down lower, and the last candles are aggressive, okay, so they're large reds, then it has a tendency to push down to 161.8. And if it pushes down to 161.8, like I said, I'm no expert, and she still forms this formation, but instead of this being called a butterfly, it's now a crab because the extension is to 161.8. The retracement should be, if I'm correct or not, should be between 50 and 61.8% of that move. The trouble is with me, obviously from what I've learned over the years, I'm just looking to take signals, and at the moment the signal is lower. If I got to 161.8%, I'll more than likely be cashing in or watching shorter time frames for reversal patterns, but only expecting it to be a small free fall. Now that I sort of discovered this, it's very new to me, and I'm still sort of taking it all in, because that to me would just be a fourth wave correction in a larger wave down. Okay.